welcome to another episode of What's Happening at Liam's Cards and Games. As always, I am your host, Sean Nathan Ricks, the creator of the iMagi card game, and today we're going to talk about a lot of what's going on as sales and opportunities. A lot of these things are available online as well, so you can purchase a lot of this stuff from Liam's Cards and Games on the website, or in a few of the other areas that we do list it. So, let's get started. We want to do another touch on these boosters because there's only a couple of these set boosters left. You've got your Lord of the Rings set boosters for Magic the Gathering, and you have your Lost Caverns of Exelon set booster. Now, these ones are $6 or $5.99. These ones right here, the Lost Caverns, those are $5. So, you definitely want to take advantage of those while there are still a few left. Yes, of course, the One Ring has already been found, but what about all of those other cards that you absolutely have to have? Well, the only way to find them is inside those set boosters. So, you certainly want to get involved in those. Now, there are a couple of $6 Lorcana boosters that are available. And, of course, there's the $16 Lorcana sets. These have great opportunities in them. You've got things in these that you're just not going to get anywhere else. You do want to take advantage of them. If you're starting to collect Lorcana, you want to do these, okay? That's a great place to start. And again, take a look at the website, find out what we've got on there. But we have a lot to go over with you in regards to iMagi. iMagi, of course, you've got your starter deck, $25. Let's tell you just a little bit about the game, because a lot of people have been asking, and a lot of people say, hey, I cannot seem to find a way of getting it online. Well, the great news there is if you do come into Liam's Cards and Games, we have them here on the shelves, and Tyler is getting ready to, Tyler runs the shop, just in case you didn't know. Tyler, does anybody actually know you exist? No. Nobody knows he exists. All right. Now, we are getting ready to list these online. So you've got your 55-card starter deck. Tells you all about it right here on the back. We're going to go ahead and read it for you. From the second iMagi novel, our hero Bjorn meets Thor in his realm. Thor explains that Loki tricked him into destroying his realm. It's been split into the separate elements of earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. You want to be the first person to rebuild the kingdom of Thor. Now, how do you do that? Well, I am so glad you asked. What you have is the backbone of the game are your elements. Earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. You have basic elements and you have advanced element cards. Those are the backbone of the game. You want to try and make sets of earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. 5 cards. You get those, you get a point. Now, if there's 2 or 3 or 4 of us, we're playing to 3 points. If there are 4 or more, then you want to be able to play to just 2 points. And sniping is a big thing in this, because believe me, when you've got that many people playing the game, you're going to lay down a card, and someone else is going to lay down a card that counteracts, and somebody else is going to lay down another card, and then somebody else is going to lay down that card, and then you're going to lay down another card. By the time you get done, everybody's yelling and screaming and saying how much they hate each other. So you do have to have very strong relationships to make it through this card game. Now, the other part of the game, of course, we've got our mystery packs. These are like your set boosters that you have with Magic the Gathering, but of course they're for iMagi. Now, these set boosters, you have the opportunity inside here to get specialty cards. You can pull cards that are where there's only 17 of them made, and they're numbered 1 through 17, so it'd be 1 of, 2 of, 3 of, 4 of. Well, you get the idea. And then you have 36ers. Those are cards, and I will show you one of those here real quick. Those are cards where there are only 36 of them made. And then there are the regular cards. Regular cards, to give you an idea, you've got your starter deck cards. Those are your common. Then you have uncommon cards. After that, you have rare. And after that, you have unique. Now, unique cards, well, they say it right here on the top of the card. They say unique. Guess what? All of the cards say what they are. You no longer have to guess what's going to be the most collectible card, because the top of the card is going to tell you whether it's a common, uncommon, rare, unique, 36er, or a 17. The power of the collection is in your hands. That's right. And then we have our themed expansion decks. We've got Krakens and Cthulhu, and we have the Archangels. And we have a couple new themed decks that are coming out for the end of May. First of all, we've got the Bridges deck. The Bridges deck allow you to take any of the themed decks and play them together. So those are going to be important cards. After the Bridges, you have the Curses, which is another themed expansion deck. It's all about all of the mythological curses from the Romans, the Greeks, and the northern people, the Nords, the people that we absolutely love. You know, basically the people that you like playing when you're playing Skyrim. So, getting on to the next thing though, we've got a lot of specialty cards that are only available right here at Liam's Cards and Games. These are the kinds of cards you can pull, but these specific ones, these are not available inside the decks because they've already been pulled. You know how I was telling you you've got the opportunity for a 36er? Well, you see that upper corner right there? It just happens to say 36. Well, guess what? There's only 36 of these cards made. This particular set of 36 cards, the Monolith of the Ancients, Darkness of the Void card, this card is only available right here in Liam's Cards and Games. All 36 of them are here. Now, let's tell you just what the card does. Discard 4 cards in your hand or in play to bring Monolith of the Ancients into play. Force an opponent to discard all Earth and Air cards they have in play. Well, that's one of those cards that really takes your opponent, who's right about to win, and it makes it so he cannot. And then we have another one. This one right here. This one, the original painting for this was painted at one of the conventions that I get paid to go to, RadCon. And this is Odin's Mini Golf Course, hole number 9. Yes, we're funny that way. And this one, sacrifice 2 basic element cards to play, force all opponents to discard every air and earth card in play. Unfortunately, this is a banish after play, so you no longer get it. Instead of discarding it, you have to banish it. Well, that's okay, because there are cards out there that will bring it back from the banishment of Hades. All right, next, these cards that I'm about to show you right here. These are all $20 cards. Well, I say they're $20 cards, but I have one individual who's already taking number 2 of 17. He sold that for $600. So, this is the Desert Sorceress. This is a card where I painted the artwork. And the Desert Sorceress, this is number 9 of 17. There are only there's only 17 of these out there, and this one's number 9. We'll put that to the side. Ancestors of the Ancient. This right here is a card that was painted by Rob Carlos. In case you don't know who Rob Carlos is, he's the guy that taught you what dragons look like. You want to start researching Rob Carlos, that's R-O-B-C-A-R-L-O-S. Start looking at him and you'll be amazed. You'll start saying to yourself, how in the world does this guy in Smithfield, Utah, who created a game, have the ability to have such amazing artists working for him? Well, it's because I'm awesome and humble about it. Now, this card right here, this is number 15 of 17. That's right, only 17 of this card. And I happen to know somebody just recently sold one of these for $150. And this one's only $20 if you come and get it at Liam's Cards and Games. Of course, if he lists it online, I have no idea what Tyler's going to list it for. Let's put that to the side. Okay, now here we are. Now these are another Elite Con card. They are an Elite Con card because Dave, the Knight Errant, is a character that goes to a lot of these different conventions. He travels around as one of those professional cosplayers, and Dave's a good buddy of mine. The artwork on these were painted by me. You'd love to be able to see all of it, but it's underneath that price sticker. Who put that price sticker there? I ought to beat them. Oh yeah, it was me. All right, now this one, number 11 of 17 and number 16 of 17. These are only available right here at the store. So you'll want to come on in, and that has been your episode of What's Happening at Liam's Cards and Games. And of course, I am your host, always happy to be here, Sean Nathan Ricks, creator of the iMagi card game. Everybody, it's been a real blast. I appreciate everyone who makes the comments. Make sure you smash that like button and follow. You want to be able to find out more about what is happening here at Liam's Cards and Games.